Hey everyone, Bob here. Today I would like to give you the training on fleet management expense tracker. This is a report created on the Excel worksheet. In my previous video, I have created the same type of report, but the data entry form that I have created was designed on the worksheet itself. And this time around, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna design a worksheet, or rather the data entry form coming from the user form from the VBA editor. If you can see, for our convenience, I have already prepared the worksheet and with corresponding report. This is the fleet management expense tracker, which contains the control number, location, date, expense type, amount, and remarks. This is just a simple report regarding the fleet management expense tracker, tracking the performance of the fleet management. So what I did is I have prepared this worksheet, and I have also designed and created the what you call user form. So if you see, there's a button here which I'm going to click. This is the actual user form that I have created for this worksheet. So this is just a simple report. So what we're gonna do is uh, we're gonna design the same report, but we're gonna start from beginning, from square one. So we're gonna start fresh. Okay. So the one that I have here in my worksheet, the columns that I have here is the control number, location, date, expense type, amount, remarks is exactly the same as my user form. Okay, which I have called fleet expense input form. Okay, we also have the control number, location, date. If you observe here, the date, I have separated the date, the month, and the year in a drop down list. Okay, as well as the expense type also in a drop down list. But the rest of the fields in control number, this is a text box. Location also in text box. The amount also in text box, and the remarks, which is bigger in box. Okay. Then just a simple input form. We have a submit button, a cancel button, and reset button. This is just this is very quick to design, very easy to do. Okay, so I'll give you an example. For example, okay, let me cancel this one first. Then let me go back to the worksheet, to the very end of the record of the worksheet. Here it is. Okay, so our last record is 112. Okay, so this is just the same record. This is just example of my just a data sample that I have inputted here. So going back to the input form. Okay. Okay, I'll give you a data, for example, 113 control number and location. This control number, it could be fleet number, it could be equipment number, it could be something else, but I have decided to use this term control number. Then location. Your location could be in a company's manufacturing, transport, logistics, engineering department, warehouse, inbound warehouse, outbound warehouse, transport yard, transport dispatch office, something like that. But you can also create your own. I'm just giving you an example, okay? So for us to be able to, just the purpose of this training is just for us to know how to design the user form and how to write the corresponding codes in the VBA editor. Okay, so I'll just give you an example. Let's say, for example, this location is for manufacturing. Then we're gonna put the date. Let's say 1st of Jan. For the year, I thought I'm going to include 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, 25. This is 5-year record. So let's say 2021. For the expense, I have included here the maintenance cost, fuel expense, inspection fees. This inspection fees is for vehicles, for the tractor trailer inspection. It's a, this is a prerequisite of uh, registration renewal. So if the vehicle is already due for registration renewal, then it has to go through the inspection process before you'll be allowed by the government to go to pursue the registration renewal. Then registration fees of the vehicles, insurance premium, driver's license fees, operator certification, contractor fees, external workshop. External workshops like you have your own internal workshop in your own company. Okay, you have mechanics, but these mechanics are only doing preventive maintenance and minor repairs of the vehicles. But when it comes to major repairs like engine overhauling or refurbishing of the entire unit, then you have to go outside. So that would be an external workshop. This is an accredited workshop. You are contracted with outside of the company. Then utilities like power supply or water supply, something like that. Okay, so these are the what you call cost center of your budget, right? So let's say inspection fees, for example, then inspection amount, for example, is 200. Just an example, it's not an exact amount. Okay, let's say, so this is for the inspection fees. Let's say for all tractors, just to give you an example of the remarks or whatever you want to put it there. Then you click the submit button. Click the submit button. So if you observe on the worksheet, it is adding, the report is adding on the worksheet. So see, submit, submit, submit. Now, if you want to reset, it's just resetting it, you know. Uh, Resetting is like, you know, clearing all the contents of the fields that you have here. This is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is only 6, control number, location, date, expense type, amount, and remarks. Just 6 fields. Okay. And you enter another records. Okay. That's what is the reset for button. Then the cancel is you just remove this, get rid of this user form like that. Simple as that. So you see, that's how this one works. Very simple input form and a spreadsheet report. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start from a new workbook. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna open the file tab, you know, this one, and then click new. We're gonna get this. Okay, it's coming back. Okay, I'm gonna get the new one like this one, and then open a blank workbook. Just click this one, and it opens a blank workbook. Okay, this is a blank workbook, and we're gonna design our worksheet and the content of the worksheet and the user form that we have seen earlier. Okay, so to make us, for us to be convenient, I'm gonna I'm gonna, I'm just gonna copy these two rows, which contains the headers, right, and the titles, including the this one, the button. Okay, just you just copy it, then go to the new workbook, and then you just paste it here. So that would be quick, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just adjust this columns, adjust this location columns, adjust the date, adjust the expense type. Okay, this is very very convenient if you are trying to to do your budget planning. So if you have a record like this, your cost, of operating your fleet, then you have already basis for for budget planning for the next year budget. So be easy for you because you already have your records. But what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you how to do it, how to design the report, things like that. So this is very quick, very simple, and very easy to do for you. You just follow my lead, and then you're gonna develop your own report. Then you just base it from this. Okay, you can make a very like a colorful, a beautiful report or the user form, but okay, this one I made it. I just made it simple. Uh, just basic. Okay, you can make it beautiful. You can make it. You can improve from this. Okay, this is just basic or simple. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show you how you're gonna develop your own. Okay, so you just follow my lead here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is okay. You go to the developer. If you already have the developer, then that's okay. Developer. I think you know already how to get the developer tab from the option from the okay, right. So just click this developer, then Visual Basic. This is the Visual Basic. Simple as that, right? So here in Visual Basic, you have what you call window properties window. If you go to the view, you see here properties window. That's the properties window. This one, and okay. So this is very important in the creation of the user form. Okay, and this is the area where we're gonna write our code, where we're gonna design our user form. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna click the insert, and then there are two important things here that you can use. One is the user form, and one is the module. Module is usually the one that you're gonna use when you write your macros, your VBA codes. But this time around, since we're gonna be designing our user form, then we're just gonna click the user form here. Okay. So initially, the user form is a small one in size. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it bigger like that. Okay. And you see this. This is a toolbox that is also very important. This is the toolbox. So there are two important things that is very useful for us when designing our user form. One is the toolbox, okay, which contains the label, the text box, which is important for us, the combo box, the command button, right? And the second one that's important also is this uh, properties windows. Okay, you can get the, let's say for example, you don't have this, you can just go to the uh, view tab, then just click the toolbox will come out. Or you can also go here, this one, this is the toolbox. Okay, you see, so two very important tools that we can use, the toolbox and this here in the properties windows. Without them, we'll not be able to, to design the user form, okay, our input form, right? So here, the input form, this is what we have the input form. If you press the F5, so it will go to the worksheet. You see the user form, it's still blank, nothing inside. Why? Because we're still not, we have not created or designed it or put content, or we have not written the VBE codes yet. So you just close this by clicking the X, and you go back to the VBA, right? So you already have that. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna name the user form. We just say fleet. The name is fleet tracker. Make it short. Okay. Okay, fleet tracker. So the name of that is now fleet tracker, and All right. What else? Well, okay. Now we can also put a caption on it. Let's say fleet. Uh, I'm gonna make it longer. Fleet management expense. If you observe the name on the user form itself is also changing, right? So okay, what else? Expense tracker. Okay, so we already have a name for our user form, which is the name is fleet tracker, and the caption that we have is fleet management expense tracker. So if you go back, press F5 on your function key, you see it says here fleet management expense tracker already. So close it again, going back to the VBA. Okay, so if you want, you can also, you know, include a title for this here inside the user form. Okay, all we have to do is just click this label in the toolbox. This one, uh, which uh, which shows you the letter A. Just click this one, and then click here. Okay, simple as that. All right. Okay, then you can also name this one. Every time you have text, or you have a text box, or you have a combo box, you have a command button, whatever, you have to put a name on it, right? For us to be able to, remember when we're going to use that in our codes, we know already the reference in terms of the name of that field. Okay, so for label, we can use LBL as a, you know, as our name starts from the prefix, okay, LBL, okay, LBL. And that would mean that this one is a label. Then label, what you call, let me say title, label title, okay, label title, all right. Then for the caption, the actual name of the label, I will write the same thing, fleet, okay, management expense uh, what input form. Okay, I would say input form. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, then click it. Okay, it's already here. We'll try to adjust it, and then we can also change the font actually. So the font is right here in the properties window, and by default the font is Tahoma font type, but that's okay for us. We can use Tahoma. You can use something else. Okay, this is a problem. Sometimes it takes some time to open. All right. So for the size, I think 12 is okay, and then we're gonna make it bold. Then Tahoma is okay, no problem. Okay. So we're gonna adjust that one. Okay, let's say this is right here, for example. So what we're gonna do, if you want to adjust the position alignment, you just go to the format. Okay, click the format tab, and then horizontal spacing, or rather the center and form. Okay, the center and form is horizontally, so it goes to the right in the center. Okay, alignment. Right. So we already have a title. So if you go, you press the F5 again, you already have a title like this one. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So what's next? So remember, we have 6 fields. But we're gonna, we're gonna design our label first. No, we're gonna make our label first. So click this A again, letter A here. Then just click this one here. Click the first one that we have. You go back to the Excel. We have the what you call control number. Next one is location, date. Remember that expense type, amount, and remarks. Okay. So going back to the visual basic. Okay. So what? Very important that you have to give it give a name on it. Remember the prefix LBL, which means label. Okay, label control. Just say control. Okay, for the name, make sure that you don't give space. Okay, you put two or three words in one, in one word. Okay, so don't put any space between it, especially on the text box. I'm gonna show you later. The text box is very important that you don't have, because you're gonna use it in, in writing your VBA code. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say CTRL control, LBL CTRL label control. Okay, and for the caption, okay, we just write control number. Okay, control number, right? And for the font, Tahoma, okay, I'm gonna use Tahoma, no problem. Bold, and the size is 10. Click OK. Okay, that would be our control number. For the next one, which is the location, okay, just Control C, Control V. Okay, rather, I'm gonna click this one first. Okay, Control C, Control V, right? How many do we need? We need 6. So that would be for the second one. Control C, Control V rather. Okay, put it closer. Then Control V again. Okay, this would be the fourth one. 2 more. Control V. So it would be faster if you're just copy pasting it. And the last one would be Control V again. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is already, we already have the name for this and the caption, control number. For this one, see, it goes back to label one. See, the name is label one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the name to LBL. The second one is location. Just say location. Okay. LBL location. And for the caption, I'm gonna write location. So we don't have to change the format, rather the font, because we want the same font as the rest of the label. So no need to change that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this one to label 2 into okay, into uh, what I call label, because the third one is the date, right? So it would be LBL date. Okay, label date. Okay, if you go back F5, see, the next one is first one is control number, location, then the third one is date, the fourth one is expense, the fifth one is amount, and the sixth one is remarks. So okay, going back to the VBA. Okay, so this would be location. I already have the name for this. Label location, and the caption is label location. The next one is okay, this is label date, and for the caption, we're gonna write just date. Okay, right. The next one is, remember, it was expense, right? So LBL expense. All right. Then the control number, rather the caption, is expense type. Okay. This would be the cost center in our budget, right? Okay. The next one is uh the amount, money, right? This is the money. So it would be LBL amount. All right. And the caption, of course, it's amount. Okay. Right. Then the last one is remarks. Remember remarks? Okay. So LBL remarks. All right. And the caption is remarks. Okay. So we already name our labels, and we also put the caption, the actual name in the user form. All right. So I'm not gonna align this one by one. I'm gonna okay, select all. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the format. Okay. Then vertical spacing, uh, increase. I think that's okay. No need to increase. Just make it equal or just equal. I think it's okay. That's okay. Just making it equal in the distance, or rather the location, or the positioning rather. Then what you do is you go to the properties window. This left, okay, left. You make it to what? Distance is 10 from the edge, from the left edge. Okay, 10 is okay. Or okay, I think it's too close to the edge. Okay, I'm gonna make it 15. Okay, all right. I think that's okay. Okay, we have already designed our label, already prepared our label. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing the this one, text box. Okay, I'm gonna include the text box here, just like that. I'm gonna make it longer, just like that. Okay, then I'm gonna name this text box. So our prefix would be, for us to understand that this is a text box, just like the label LBL. We understand when you see the LBL, it means label. When you see TXT, it means this is a text box. Okay, so text box for what? For control. So CTRL. Okay, so that would be no need for caption. No, this is because this is a field. This is where you enter the data. The caption is only for the label. Okay, just the control. Uh, okay. Then if you want to change the font, you can also change the font, because I think this 8 is too small. I think it's 10 is okay. I don't know if you're gonna. No, I'm not gonna make it bold. Just increase the size to 10, so it would be the same as the uh, you know. Okay. So let me go back to F5. Okay. So let's see the size. That's okay. Number 10. Okay. So going back to the user form. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prepare the next one, which is the location. As I've said, location can be a drop-down list, but I have decided that I make it a text box. So I'm gonna make it a text box. Okay. So this would be a text box as well. Okay. Okay. Location would be txt location. So we understand that this location is a text box, right? This is the field. the box that we're going to enter our data into, okay, or our information into. Okay, remember, forgot the Tahoma, or rather the font size. So I'm gonna make it 10 as well. So let's say if we can do, uh, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just copy it, just copy it so that we don't have to do the font. Okay, it shows you that this text box one again, but this is the date. But oh, I almost forget. This is a drop down list. Remember, when you see the design, it should be a drop down list. No, when I show you the original design, so this is not the text box. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna uh, delete that one. I'm gonna go to the combo box. This one, combo box, right? Okay. So this is a combo box. And there would be three combo box. Okay. This one, let's see, there is a drop down arrow already, button. Okay. So I'm gonna name this. See, this is now combo box. The one on the above is text box. Okay. So my prefix was txt. For this one, I'm gonna use CMB. Oh, my prefix name is CMB, and since this is date, so CMB date. Okay, okay. So let's see. The Tahoma, rather the font. This one. I think this is also 8. I'm gonna make it 10 size. Click OK. Then I'm gonna just copy this one. Sorry. Oh, I have to click again. Then Control C, Control V. Okay. So we don't have to, change we don't have to change the, what you call, the font size because we already copied it from the date. All we have to do is just, okay, change the name, CMB. Since this is for month, I'm gonna write the name as CMB month. Okay. Okay. Then copy again, copy, paste. So I don't have to, to resize the. Okay, this is still short, so I'm gonna make it longer to align with this one. Okay, and this one too, I'm gonna make it a bit longer. Okay, now we have already the date, the month, already put the name, already assigned a name on it, and this one not yet. So combo box one, I'm gonna change this to CMB year. Since this is gonna be a year, drop down list. So, okay, we got it. And the expense type, what about the expense type? Oh, this is another combo box. Okay, this is another combo. Remember, we got, fuel expense and something else. Okay, so we're gonna make it combo box. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change again. So this would be CMB expense, right? So understandable. Okay, I think we have to be careful with the spelling because we're gonna have a next in syntax error when we finally write our VBA codes, right? So make sure that you have the correct spelling because we're gonna use that also in our VBA codes. Okay, so we go again to the where is it? Where's the Tahoma? Tahoma. This one, see? Sometimes I get lost. Okay, number 10 again. Okay. So what about the amount? This is only a text box. This is not a combo box or a drop down list. Just a text box. It's okay. So again, the name. Remember the text box? Don't write CMB. This is text. So TXT. So TXT what? Amount. Because we're gonna be using this text box as for our amount for the money. Okay. And then again to the Tahoma, we're gonna be using the Tahoma again number 10 or font size. And last but not the least, we're gonna put another text box here for the remarks. Of course, we don't want, we don't want to use, drop down list for our remarks because we don't have, it would be different text that we'll be writing here, right? So that would be our remarks. I think we're gonna adjust that a little bit down. Okay. So of course, don't forget the name. Again, this is a text box, so this should be txt remarks. So txt remarks. Okay. We already have this, right? So press F5, see what happens. Okay. This is now our our user form. Okay, we have the name, fleet management expense tracker, as well as the name, the title of the form, fleet management expense input form, and you have control number, text box, location, also text box, date, nothing there yet, because we have to write it in the VBA, and the expense also, this is also blank, amount is blank, and remarks. Okay, go back there. Okay, what's next? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust this one, make it bigger, because I'm gonna include here the button. Okay, the button. So the button, command button, use this one below the A. This is the command button. Just click this one, and then remember the first one. The first one was submit, right? So what we're gonna do, for the command button, this is a button. So the prefix that I'm gonna use for this one is btn. What's btn? Btn is button, abbreviation for button. So button submit, button submit. That would be our name for this button, right? Now we go to the caption. The caption is by default command button one. So we're gonna make it submit. That would be our caption. Then let's go to the where's the font? Tahoma. Okay. Okay. I think Tahoma is the default font type. So we're gonna use that one. So then and make it bold. So it would be very visible. Submit. Okay. That's okay. Right? The size is okay. Okay. The next one is remember the next button. It's called cancel. Cancel. We're gonna cancel, right? So again, the prefix name is btn, then cancel. Btn cancel, and for our caption, we just write cancel, right? Cancel, and then for the font size again, same size, and bold and 10. Click OK. The next one would be, the last one would be the reset. Remember the reset? Reset. So the reset would be btn and reset. Okay? Then our caption, where's the caption? Yeah, right here. The caption, okay, would be what? Reset. Okay? Then make it bold and 10. Size 10. Okay? All right? Okay, we'll go back to F5. Click F5 to see our form. All right. It looks good, right? Really looks good. But I'm not gonna, make it more beautiful, like putting some colors, putting some, images, things like that. We're gonna put one image of a truck right here. The original one. There's an image, remember? Uh, I think I still have it. Where is it? Here. It's not coming out because I'm still in the design mode. You see, I'm still in the design mode. So I'm going back there. Wait, hang on. Where is it? Okay, here. So it's not canceling, it's not submitting or resetting because we have not put anything yet in the VBA, right? Okay, just like this one, it's still blank. Okay, this is the time now that we're gonna be, I'm gonna adjust this one, and I'm gonna adjust this one for later for my, what you call the image that we're gonna put here, right? But now what I'm gonna do is either I'm gonna right click right here and then view code, or double click the form, the form, right? So it shows you the private sub user form click. You got to drop down list here, the user form. Okay, this is the user form, and you have all the names of your label and text box. Remember, see, we have button cancel, BTN reset, BTN submit, CMB. This is a combo box. Date, combo box expense, label amount, okay? Text, right? Button, text, button, BTN, text, TXT, and CMB. Okay, it's all right here. But we're gonna be in the user form. And here on the second drop-down list, you have to click the initialize. Going to initialize, right? So what we're gonna do is we don't need this one. Just delete that one because what we need is just the right. Okay. What are we gonna do next? Okay. We're going to be doing our coding here in this VBA or VBE editor. Okay. VBA means Visual Basic for Applications. This is under the Microsoft. Okay. MS. Okay. Windows. Okay. Under the Excel. Okay. So what I'm gonna do in order for us to be guided, I'm gonna write. The statement here that says we're gonna clear the contents. Okay, we're gonna clear the contents. Before you start on the user form, there should be nothing, no, absolutely nothing in the fields. That's why we have to make sure that all the fields are clear of contents. Contents in control number. Remember the control number? Text box. Text box. Okay, text box. And set the cursor. Meaning the cursor should be in where? In the control number. Okay? Because that's the first field of the user form. Okay? So that's what we're trying to do now. See, if you see a green color, which means this is not part of the code, right? This is not included in the code. This is just a statement for your guidance. If you don't want to put this, it doesn't matter. It's not part of the program. Okay, you're not including that in the codes. The next one would be the code, right? So text, txt. Remember, the name of the text box. Okay, because if you're saying the text box, that is the field. That is where you put you enter the data. But when you say LBL, that would be the label. So CTRL, right? That's the name of the control number of the field of control number. Then that value. Okay, if you put something, there will be value, right? That value. But since we want it to be cleared of any data, because we're starting to encode something in it, then we just say blank. Okay, double quotation mark. Okay, as simple as that. Then txt again ctrl dot set focus. All right, set focus. All right, wrong. Should be this one, set focus. This one. Okay, set focus. All right. So we have already cleared the contents. Okay. Okay. Right. We know already the end sub is the end of our codes. Was this uh, particular field, right? So the next one would be again. We'll put again a reminder. Okay. Clear contents. Clear contents of what? In other text boxes, right? Because we don't only have, because what we do is I have separated it from the control box, because the control is where we put our cursor, right? The first field that we're gonna put data into, right? So text boxes, right? Text boxes. Okay, color green again. That's not code. This is the code. txt. Remember the next one? The first one was control number, and the second one was location. So location, txt location, text box location, right? That value. Remember what's next? Remember, we're gonna make it clear. The field, the text box. So again, equals to double, okay? Equals to blank, right? Then another text box, text amount. Don't worry about the date and expense. That's different. Another thing. That's CMB combo box, right? We're talking about the text box here. So that value uh, equals to blank. Okay, blank. Nothing inside the double quotation mark. So blank. Then another. Remember the last one? The last one was text remarks. Okay, that would be our last text box. Is that value. That value. You have to be careful with your codes. There should be no text, syntax error. Value again, blank. All right. Okay. Now we go to the CMB combo box, right? But first, I'm gonna write a reminder again. Clear. You don't have to write it, but for me, I prefer to write this. Clear all date combo boxes. Okay. Okay, remember CMB combo box. Okay, we use the prefix CMB and then the date, right? That clear. See the difference? The difference is for text boxes, we use quotation mark to clear the field. But in the CMB date, we say clear, because there's a drop down list, so the data is available. You just have to click it to enter the data, like 1 2 3 for the date, Jan, Feb, March for the months, and year 2021 2022, something like that. Okay, so we use the word clear we're clearing the field of all those data. Then the next one, CMB, remember the next one? Month. Okay, month. We are going to clear the month as well. Enter. All right. And the next one is CMB year. Okay. Make sure that you have the right spelling. If, let's say, for example, you write it this way, you interchange the two vowels, then that would be error. Okay. So you have to be careful when you're writing the code. That clear as well. All right. So what would the next? I think you guess it right. Okay. We go to the next one. Uh, did I miss something here? I think so. Uh, okay. I think CMB expense. Okay. That was also an expense. Not clear. All right. No more. No more combo box. We only have 4 combo box. CMB date, CMB month, CMB year, and CMB expense. So we go to the next one, which is adding now our items. We're gonna add the date 1 to 31. There are 31 dates, right? Then we're gonna be adding the month, which is there are 12 months, January to December. I'm gonna be adding the year as well. So it's not like what when I was doing the entry form in the worksheet itself, where I'm gonna write I'm gonna go to the data validation list and location, right? But here it's different. This is a user form, so we have different approach when we're doing this user form from the entry form that we're creating in the worksheet. All right. So again, give yourself a reminder, like add. We're gonna add date. Okay, drop down box. Okay, add date on the drop down box. Okay, remember. Okay, there are 31 max. There are 31 max dates, right? Okay, of course, you have February, which is 28 or 29 every 4 years, leap year. And you got 30 also on some months like April, June, September, November. There are, okay, but you have to write the 31, maximum one. January 31, March 31, May 31, July 31, uh, October also 31, and December 31, right? So you just, in a month, all right? So what I'm gonna do next is, we're gonna write with what? CMB. What CMB? CMB date, because we're gonna be writing the CMB date first. Okay? Enter. So don't forget the dot, then add item. This one. Double click this one, add item. All right? So add item. What is we're gonna add? We're gonna add number 1. Right? That one. Simple as that. All right. So what we're gonna do, so this is a long one, so we're gonna just add, we just Control C, okay, then position it here, then Control V. We're just copying it, okay, and there are 29 more. Okay, we need 31 to get all, so we just copy, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, 9, 10. Okay. Before I forget, I'm gonna go to the tools, then options. I'm gonna make it bigger because I don't think you're seeing it clearly. Editor format. I don't know. Okay, that's already 14. I think that's big enough. That's big enough. Okay, because I think I have adjusted that before my previous lesson. Okay, how many? How many now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy all these 10 to make it quicker. Copy, then paste. That's already 20. Copy. That's already 30. One more. Just copy one. Copy. Okay. So that's quick enough, right? Okay. Now we're gonna change the number. We're gonna change this to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, one more. 31. All right. So we got 31 days in a month. All right. So which one? What is next for this? The next one would be, okay, don't forget. Okay, remember we write with CMB date. We're adding these items. Okay. And then end with. We're gonna end the with. All right. So what's next? We're gonna add now the 12 months, right? So remember, I'm gonna give you some reminder again. Add month, drop down box. So remember, there are 12 months in a year. Okay. So with CMB month, okay, that would be our name. Then we're gonna add. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, this is wrong. This is supposed to be 27, but what I'm gonna do is gonna delete this one. See, I made a mistake here. This would be an error in our in our program. Okay. Oh, that's good now, right? Then with CMB, I'm gonna just copy this one. Copy, copy, then paste. Okay. So the first one would be Jan. Okay. Then, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this one. I'm gonna write it later because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? There are 12 months. So first one is Jan, second one is Feb, third one is Mar, fourth one is APR, then May, June, June, AUG, August, Sep, OCD, October, Nov, and December, right? Okay, again, remember the end with, all right? So what's next? Of course, utility, same be year, okay, correct? So again, my reminder for you is you add CMB year. And that's enough, really understandable. All right, CMB year. So CMB year is like with CMB year. Okay, so I'm gonna add just one, copy paste, and I'm gonna say, sorry, 21. Remember that? Paste 2022. Paste 2023. Paste 2024. Paste 2025. Okay, that would be okay. In with. All right. So what's next for our okay, we go next to the expense. Okay, expense. So add expense type, right? Okay. So with CMB expense. Remember that this is the name that we have assigned for the expense type. So copy. So how many expense? I think, I don't know, maybe 10. I think so, 10. So we'll just add 10. I think I forgot, but I think it was 10. So we'll just copy 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The first one was maintenance cost. The next one is fuel expense, I think. Fuel expense. And then inspection fees. And then, of course, after inspection, you have to register your vehicle. So registration fees. Of course, when you are able to register your vehicle, and the insurance company now will accept, no, will be able to issue you a insurance premium. So insurance for your insurance policy premium. Okay, what's next for that? I think you also have to pay for your driver's license. Driver license fees. Some companies are paying for the driver license, especially the long haul driver or long distance driver. Okay. So, okay, for your driver, what about the operators of equipment, heavy equipment, operator certification? You have to pay for the certification because you will not be allowed to what? You will not be allowed to operate the heavy equipment without certification from the authorities. Then you have to pay for your contractors. Some companies are hiring contractors for the maintenance of their assets, like the HVAC, heating, ventilating, air conditioning units, refrigeration, or repainting of the building, and cleaning, housekeeping, things like that. So you need to pay for the contractor. Then what about external workshop or major repair? External workshop, accredited workshop, right? And then for the electricity, water supply, uh, you know, things like that. So utilities. Okay. So in with, right? So what we're gonna do is we don't have anything else. So n sub. Okay, n sub. All right. So okay, let's go back to the okay uh, F5. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we already have it. The dates would be from 1 to 31. The month would be from January to December, right? Then the year 2021 to 2025. Okay. What about the expense? This is also a drop-down list. Okay, maintenance of fuel expense, inspection fees, registration, insurance, driver, operator, contractor fees, external workshop utilities. Okay, this one is you have to write because you know this is a text box. Okay, all right. So let's go back to okay. What's next? What I'm gonna do is I want this. I want this. I want this. Well, I want to assign. Assign for that. So what I'm gonna go to the insert module. That would be our module one. So we're gonna create our macro for the button, showing of the what? Showing of the form. Okay. So sub, this is just a one-liner. Run fleet. Project Explorer. Okay. This is the module one. I'm gonna change this to, I think I remember it was Fleet Tracker. Let's try this one. Fleet Tracker. Okay, yeah, Fleet Tracker. Fleet Tracker, double T. All right. Okay, let's go to the form. Okay, let's X this one. All right. Then F5. Yeah, it works. Okay, so the name is Fleet Tracker and a user form. It's not the Fleet Management Expense Tracker. Okay, that's okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start doing our what you call submit. This one, submit. Okay, just double click this one. All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this. Okay, put this at the bottom. Okay, okay. This is the uh, macro for the submit. Okay, so we're gonna start doing our what you call coding. Okay, we're gonna start by declaring our variable theme worksheets. Our variable will be worksheets as string because we are doing text codes. So it should be string. If numbers, integer. All right. So sheets, a reminder for us is to activate the sheets. You have to activate the sheets and we're using sheet one. So sheet one, make it sheet one that activate. Simple as that. That activate. Right. Then we're gonna do is we're gonna determine what worksheets. I'm going to determine the worksheets. So worksheets is equal to worksheet function. Worksheet function dot count A. Because we're gonna start from A in the worksheet, so it should be count A range range open parenthesis A. There should be quotation. Don't forget the double quotation like that. A colon A, then quotation, right? Then double, okay, double closing parenthesis because we use two open parentheses, right? Okay, and plus one for our offsetting. Then, the next instruction is reflect. Okay, you can opt not to write this instruction. This is just for you. Okay, for your guidance into info to the worksheet. Right? Reflect all the info to the worksheet. Okay. So how are we gonna reflect all the information that we have entered into the user form? We just write cells, then open parenthesis worksheets. Worksheets as strings, and then comma, number one rather. We start from one column, right? We have up to 6 columns. So we start from one column, then close the parentheses. Then remember the value that we're going to put in the worksheet, right? The value is equals to, remember the text control, CTRL. So text control that value. So in that text control, the first on top of the user form, the text box will be put on the first column of the worksheet. Okay, so that values. Okay, so to make us, make us faster, we're going to just copy this one, then Copy, paste some 5 times. So copy number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Okay, so there are 6 already. Let me count it. So this would be 2, this would be 3, this would be 4, this would be 5, and this would be 6. The first one was control, text control. The second one is, remember, location. It was location. The third one was, I think it was uh, date. So it was date, CMB date, right? Third one, the fourth one is CMB. Third one is CMB date. Okay, I made a mistake. I have to be, I have to do it here. Okay, so what's next? CMB date dot value ampersand, ampersand. Then you put in double quotation the slash, slash for the date. Yeah, quotation mark again. Then ampersand again. Ampersand. Why? Because we're going to add the month or as well. CMB month. CMB month. That value. So what would be the value? Like January, February, March, you know. Again, ampersand. Then we put the second slash. Slash. Okay. And ampersand. CMB year. CMB year. That value. I think that's okay. All right. Let me check again. We don't want error. CMB date, that value, and slash, and CMB month, that value, and slash, and CMB year. CMB year, that value. Okay, that's okay. All right. Then the next one is again CMB expense. You know, the expense type. CMB expense, that value. Then text amount, that value. Last but not the least, another text box, text remarks, that value. Okay, I think that is okay for our, okay. All right. We get everything here. All right, that's good. So, okay, got everything. Okay, you can check your names here. Oh. Okay, okay. So, go back to Project Explorer. Then, um, what's next? You already have the submit. Then we're gonna do the cancel. Cancel is very it's very simple. Just one liner. Unload me. Okay, unload me. So double click that one. Again, I want to put this. I want this to be in the end. I want this at the bottom. To cancel is just unload me. All right. That's it. All right. Okay. So yeah. Okay. It's working. All right. So what's next? Reset. Double click the reset. This one is also simple. I'm gonna remove this one as well. Put it at the bottom. All right. For the reset, it's all just clearing it. Clear contents in control number text box. Text box and set the cursor. Same thing as we have when we initialize it. Set the cursor. Yeah. Okay. Text control that value is equal to blank. All right. Same thing as above. Okay. Text control that set focus. Okay. Then okay, I'm gonna give you an instruction again. Text location. Okay, that value equal to blank. Okay. What is this? Okay, what I'm gonna do is clear contents. In other text boxes. That would be my instruction to you. Okay. Text amount. That value. Okay. Equals to blank. Then text remarks. That value equals to blank. All right. Then we're gonna clear the dates, right? Clear dates and expense. CMB date. Okay, that clear. CMB month. That clear. Same here. Dot clear. Then end sub. You already have the end sub here. Just delete space. All right. Okay. I think we have done everything here. All you have to do is just try to test our user form. Click F5. Okay. All right. Okay. Before I forget, before we test, I'm gonna put the image here. Image is this one. Okay. This is the image. All right. Then click the image. Picture none. Okay, picture none. Then click this one. Okay. Okay. Then you go to your okay, your file. Open that one. It's right here. That's bigger. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, you know, no, not alignment. Size mode. Size mode should be number one. This one. Okay. There's your image. Okay. Click F5. There's your image. Okay. Then, okay, let's try it. If this one will, it's gonna work. Let's say 100. Location, transport, dispatch. Okay. The date, let's say 1st of Jan 2022. Then expense type is maintenance. Then amount is, let's say 1,000. Let's say labor and spare parts. Okay. Submit. It's working? Yes, it's working. It's right here. Okay. Submit, submit, submit. Make more copies. Okay. What we do is we're gonna adjust this one. Okay, gonna adjust. Sorry, let's go back there. You're gonna adjust this one. Make it in the middle. Go home. Then the middle. And then this one, no. All right. Then this one, make it bigger. For the date, okay, go to the format. Then select date, format. Okay, select date format. This one. Then, okay, I'd like to get this one. Right, then put it in the middle as well. Okay. Then this one is okay. Maintenance. So this is the first one. It's wrong. Okay. All right. So, okay, adjust. This one you can also format in terms of currency. Okay, currency format. Currency is here. Then get the dollar sign here. You click OK. Okay. And then the remarks. All right. Then run input form again. Control number 101, for example. Then location, warehouse. All right. And date, 2nd of February, 2023. Expense type, uh, contractor fees, amount, 1,200. Okay. For the inbound warehouse fees. All right. Then submit, 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 submit. Okay. That's how you do it. Simple as that. Right? You have your form. You can cancel it. You can run the input form. Then you put something else, right? Okay. All right. So that's it for today's lesson for this user form creation. Okay, if you like this presentation, please subscribe, like, and share with your colleagues. So thank you for watching.